Here it is, and I agree. In terms of appearance, it's changed rather less over the past 50 years than I have. The interior may be more ordered, and Porsche nerds will spot that it's a couple of inches longer. But to normal people, it looks just like another 911.
In truth, though, this is all new. The body, for example, is now made from aluminium, which means it's much lighter, and lighter is good.
The 3.8-litre flat six engine has been upgraded. There's a new 7-speed manual gearbox, which is fantastic, and all new suspension, which does its job impeccably.
For 50 years, Porsche have bloody-mindedly stuck with this daft idea of building a car with the engine at the back, but half a century of consistent fiddling around, and they've made it work brilliantly.
It's so good that it brought on a temporary attack of yobbishness.
Turn in, give it a little squeeze of power. Feel it all tighten up. How could you not like a 911?
And that question brings me on to an important point. Strange to say it, but this car has a big problem.
And that problem is classic 911 enthusiasts. To them, this car is the work of Satan, and simply because it isn't an old 911. I'll give you a good example. This car has electric power steering, and to be honest, I'm perfectly happy with it. So would you be, I'm sure. And if you put electric power steering on a Lamborghini or a Maserati, nobody would bat an eyelid. But on a 911, this simple technical development has turned the faithful into an angry, roaring mob, storming up from the village with pitchforks and blazing effigies, shouting, "Witchcraft!"
What they actually want in a new 911 is a 911 that's new and yet not new. What they want is this. The work of a small Californian company called Singer. This looks like an old 911, and some of its parts are indeed cherry-picked from past 911s. But the whole car is custom built. And, where necessary, it's peppered with modern touches.
The engine is another classic 911 3.8-litre flat six. But this one has been fettled by Cosworth in California and develops 360 horsepower and a lovely buzz. Gets you in there.
And although the body may look like it's come from a 1960s Porsche, almost all of it has been remodeled in carbon fibre.
And the result of that is that this 911 weighs 200 kilograms less than a new one. And that's like taking a Harley Davidson out of the luggage compartment. So yes, it is a tribute band, but it can rock like the original. No, better, actually. The precision on the steering, you didn't feel that, obviously, because you're not in here, but it's utterly intuitive. Look, it's an old 911, it feels old, and then I get to the hammerhead, and the brakes are tremendous.
0 to 60 takes 4.5 seconds, and the top speed is 175 miles an hour. But actually, in this car, those figures are irrelevant.
The interesting thing is, They could have overdone this. I mean, it would be possible to put the turbo engine in this car. They could have made it ludicrously powerful, but they haven't. They've concentrated on the sensation of performance, the noise, the vibration, the feel of the steering. That's what actually matters.
Before we go any further, you're probably wondering what all this excellence costs. Well, the bottom line is, it's a lot. Around £280,000, in fact.
Now, that is a lot of money for a car, I know. But then again, £50,000 is a lot of money for one of those Dior couture dresses. Until I learned that over 2,000 hours of immaculate handiwork goes into making it. It's the same with the car. The monks of this monastery of the 911 have prostrated themselves before their icon and anointed it with exquisite gifts.
Each of these cars takes 4,000 man-hours to make, and each one features unique touches, like the rev counter in this one, that goes up to 11 as a tribute to Spinal Tap. What this is, in truth, is more than just the perfect bauble for the devoted 911 enthusiast.
What this is, well, it's a bit like the Eagle E-Type that Jeremy drove a few series back. It's a love letter to a car.